welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the game Ars Notoria, and this is a game I've been following for a very long time, and it's going to be my Update 3 video. We're going to be going over the Steam page again, and then we're going to be also looking at the question and answer section on their Discord, which I have done in the previous two videos. So hopefully this video finds you well. I've been really looking forward to this game. I really have. It's got everything that I'm looking for in a game. I know it's going to be a PvE experience, but it looks like it's going to be an amazing time. And the graphics just look amazing. What they've added to this game, everything so far that they've added to the game that they've told us is in the game is just amazing. It's just everything you're looking for in a game like this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's see what this journal thing here says. Hi everyone. In this development log update, we wanted to share with you some of the building features. Okay, we've already seen this video, how detailed they're going to be with the building of how you do your houses and your homes. It's going to have a quest system, party group system. It's definitely something I'm going to be playing day one. It's categorized as a single player online co-op with LAN co-op. All right, well, let's go over to their Discord channel here and drag it over because this is what we normally do. Here we are on their Discord. I'm just going to go over the answers like I have in my past videos, and we'll just assume what the question was by just going over the answer. So you're just going to scroll up here. We're in the questions section. Okay, why don't we start? Let's see here. Let's start here. Yeah, we're working on it, trying to finish it as soon as we can. We also made some improvements to harvesting professions, and this week we plan to post a dev blog update with the details of what's new. You got to know what the question is because he just most likely, okay. Beta testing soon will be right. Okay, that's about, yeah, we are working on it. So the beta testing, we had to actually look at the question because I didn't know what his answer was with that one. That was the first time, huh? So the beta testing, alpha demo, whatever you want to call it, they're just going to slap it on the Steam page, and anyone who wants to click the button and go into it, they're going to announce when that is going to happen. So just keep a lookout on their Steam page. I'll obviously tell you when that's going to happen on my YouTube channel because I'll do a full detailed video on how to get involved in this game when they launch it as their demo or test phase. It's going to be open to all. Okay, this is a response. Anyone who wants to participate, there will be a button on the Steam page. This is exactly what I just went over. There'll be a button on the Steam page to request access once the build goes live, and we will give access to anyone who requests it. So it's really anyone that wants to get involved in the testing demo, beta, whatever they want to call it. We will also gradually increase the amount of content available in the testing version, starting relatively small with one zone, all main gameplay features, and later unlocking more zones, enemy types, and craftable items and quests. So on day one of their, I'm just going to call it demo moving forward here. So when they bring their demo to the general public, a lot of people would call it an open beta, but let's call it demo. They're just going to introduce a small portion of the game, and then they're going to see how people react to that. And then they're going to add more in phases to test the system before they put it on the storefront for purchase. Okay, so, well, they say, so the full game is probably going to be in September, January. I guess something like that. This is developer. I guess something like that. But it greatly depends on how testing goes and players' feedback. We want to make sure that we fix and find... Okay, we want to make sure that we fix all found issues and polish the game as much as we can during the testing. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for a developer to say... unless they tested their product, to say, oh, I'm comfortably in saying it will be released in January or February or whatever. But you're going to get a better understanding after you get people's hands on the game. And then you, as a developer, need to say, can I fix found issues in a timely way to release the game, obviously, as soon as they want to. And my friend here, I've met, this is another streamer, I've met her on a few, or him, Ambrose, I think it's him. I haven't actually gone to the channel, but we've talked a few times here on Discord, and so another streamer. They're asking, is it okay to stream videos? Obviously, is yes. I mean, especially they can't really restrict you from doing that if they're opening it as if it was a closed alpha, closed beta, and part of the agreement of you getting into it is that you can't say anything about it, I understand that. But when you just open a button up on Steam, you kind of open it up for the world. And this developer really thinks highly, I think, of people that do video content for them. So they obviously are going to say yes, and they do. Yeah, sure, it's fine. So yeah, they want, I mean, you're marketing their product for them. Now, if it's a dumpster fire, then it doesn't really help them. But it could help them that they bring it out of a dumpster fire, fix all the issues, and bring it to light. And then it's like, oh, these guys turned this thing around immensely. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be a good game. And I think it's going to be a good game even through the demo. And if people are really good at reporting issues like I am, I've done so much beta testing. That's what my channel's turned into now, is a beta testing channel, alpha testing channel, demo testing channel. But I always tell the developer, or try to, through the avenues they give me, to tell them what I found and how to fix it. Because I've got a lot of knowledge, behind the curtain knowledge. So hopefully when I report something to them, and understanding a lot of these engines, Unreal Engine and the other engines that are out there in scripting, that I can help them with pointing them in the right direction, and what my thoughts is might be causing the bug for happening, or the issues that I'm finding from happening. All right, so they asked a few more questions, and then they responded, yeah, the button isn't visible yet and will appear once we publish the testing build and is ready to play. Yeah, obviously you're not going to see a button to download the thing. And I think what these people are probably getting at is, I'd like to be able to download it timely. So if it's a 3-day download for me, will I be able to download it before the actual testing begins? And most publishers, developers do that. They give you access to the download way before they give you access to the open servers that they have. Do you mean what happens to the characters when player leaves the server? Characters disappear with some visual effects similar to the ones that you switch between. Okay, so when you leave the world, it's basically Star Trek. You get a little glittering and you transport out. That's what I get from that. Characters, when the player leaves the server, characters disappear with some visual effect. Pretty sure I mean, okay. So that's really the newer ones. Let's just scroll up a little bit just to recap some of the other answers that they had. They posted this video here. Screen shaking is optional. It can be disabled in settings. There's also different modes for first person. That's good to know. The true first person camera mode without any. Okay, so you can even change the shakiness. I think we went over there. Early access versions is not available yet, but we'll launch a testing demo version. Okay, so testing demo version, that's what they're calling it. Well, I want to go back to the shakiness. The game has a shakiness built into its features. It's defaulted. So when you hit something, you shake a little bit. You can shut that off. So if you have sensitivity to those kinds of things, you'll be able to shut that off in the game. They thought of a lot of things in this game that most developers kind of don't realize they need to add. Removing shakiness is one of them. Even the console games, the feedback, you can shut that off in console games. Most of publishers, developers understand that feature needs to be removed for some people. There is a storyline with quest progression, so that the first goal is to complete the main quest line. During main quests, you will be joining an in-game faction and progressing through its ranks until becoming the leader eventually. And after completing the main storyline, the game becomes more open-ended. You can continue growing your faction, recruiting NPCs, capturing more territories, or just focus on exploration, building, and crafting. Now, I think the game is going to be phenomenal. I think the game is going to be fun. I love the graphics. I love the building, how they did the building aspects of this game. Nuts and bolts, I've been really looking forward to this game. Gonna go to Community Hub real quick, go to discussions, see if they got anything new. The game looks sweet. What are we to expect? Let's look at this. Okay, what are we to expect? Hi, the game is kind of a mix of RPG and survival. There are main and side quests, settlements, factions, squad management, NPCs, which are more common for RPGs, and then there is a building, crafting, harvesting mechanic for survival games. So far from the videos we posted, people often compare the survival part of this to Valheim. Both the story part and building crafting offer quite a lot of freedom. You'll be able to join factions and guilds to complete their quest lines whenever you want. I'd say pretty similar to how they did it in Skyrim. This is the first time I've said Skyrim because I didn't want to compare this game to Skyrim. Skyrim's a high bar, but when I look at this game and have seen it for months, I think of Skyrim. And now that they've mentioned it, then I'm going to say that this reminds me of Skyrim. Skyrim's a high bar, but you know, it looks like these guys are trying to do the best they can. The building is also very open-ended. You can construct buildings of any size and configuration using modular elements, walls, floors, doors, windows, pieces of furniture, anywhere in the playable region. If you destroy already placed building modules, you will get 100% resources back. You can experiment freely without worrying about losing resources. Hunger and sleep mechanics are pretty light compared to the pure survival games. Characters won't lose health if they don't eat or sleep, but will receive temporary bonuses to stats and recover some health if they do. These bonuses last quite long, from 30 minutes to several hours in real time, so you won't need to refresh them too often. I mean, this game looks pretty cool, and I will be getting it as soon as they allow for it. I mean, just a little video here, and I know we started the video watching this video, but I want to end the video watching their video. I mean, this is some cool stuff. I mean, this is just, the graphics look amazing. I mean, look at that. Look at us swimming. And the creatures, the different creatures and monsters. Yeah. So if you're seeing this for the first time on my channel, wish listed on Steam, and we'll play together. I mean, anybody who wants to get this game and get on the same server with me, that would be great. I mean, that would be fun. I like to build. I like to do the crafting aspect. So if you're into the questing and going and grinding the factions, I could just be sitting around just collecting resources for a guild hall. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.